Good evening. Welcome to Wano Weekend Live Broadcast. It's a phone-in section that we do every weekend. As a listener, you have to call. The number is on the screen. It's a WhatsApp number. It's on the screen. +44 744 982 3879. +44 744 982 3879. We choose random topics that we discuss every week. So you join in on section, you call the number, or you can leave your message or your comment on the comment section. This evening, we'll be discussing on why is relationship hard? Why is relationships hard? Yesterday, when we were going and discussing on the topic that we chose yesterday, we discussed about setting goals in a relationship. So one of the participants, the guy that joined us yesterday, Mr. Oscar, he said, made a mention about our relationship needs hard work. I need to work in a relationship. Okay, so, and if you listen, you can see that most times people always say that relationship is so hard. It's too hard to keep the relationship. It's too hard to go on with relationship. It's hard. That's what they say. So that's what we're discussing this evening. And the line, the line is open. You can join in anytime you want. You can leave a comment on the comment section. Okay, so you can join in anytime you want to participate in the program. Why is relationship hard? Relationships are hard because some people don't want to work toward their relationships. You met someone that is not your blood sister or your brother. He or she had a different upbringing from you. You met someone. You met a girl, you met a woman met a man. You guys are not brothers. You're not from the same father or same mother. That means you have different upbringings. You came from different homes. Or you're coming together to stay one place. Or you're coming together to be in a relationship. You want to be a partner. Something like that. The way you would think definitely will differ from the other. That means you didn't have the time to give each other that opportunity to learn each other, the characters and the behavior, what the person likes, what the person dislikes. In a relationship, when you meet somebody, you have that time. You need to learn each other. You need to know what the person likes and what the person dislikes and all those type of things. You know, like I said, both of you are from different home. You meet in person, you have time as well to learn each other, isn't it? You learn each other, learn how the person behaves, the behavior, the character of the person, and all that. Well, most times you see some people maybe can hear something like this. You would have something like, you don't know how hard I worked towards my education. You don't know how hard I worked towards my promotion. You don't know how hard I worked towards my business. But the same person is saying that you don't know how hard I worked. You hardly heard them said, you don't know how hard I work in my relationship. They will go on and said, you don't know the kind of effort I put in to get to where I am today. How come when it comes to your relationship, the story changes? You don't want to put in the same effort into your career. The same effort you put into your career, the same effort you put into education, the same effort you put into your promotion, the same effort you put into where you are, but you don't want to put the same effort into your relationship. And you forget that nothing good comes easy. For your relationship to be healthy, for your relationship to progress, for your relationship to be successful, both parties have to put in a lot of work. Both parties have to put in a lot of work. That's where it is. You have to put in a lot of work. Like I said earlier, the line is open. There are things that make relationship hard. There are things that make relationship to be hard work. That's what we're discussing this evening. That's what we're discussing tonight. So I oblige you to call me. I would like to know why relationships are hard. I would like to know why relationships are hard. I would like you to call me and let me know experiences or experiences of people around you, what you notice, what you see, that you can say that, yes, this is the reason why the relationship is so hard. And this is the reason why relationships are hard. I would like to hear from you. Just the number is on the screen there. +44744 9823879. It's a WhatsApp call. Call me. Let me know what's your opinion or what you have to say. There are things that make relationships hard work. There are things that make relationships hard work. There are a lot of things that make relationship hard work. One of them is culture differences. Culture, the differences, culture. Culture differences makes a relationship to be hard sometimes. Let's assume that you were born and bred in Africa. Let's just assume that, and you are privileged to travel abroad. Okay. There you met a white lady. Along the line, she accepted to be your wife. I think you are expected to give each other time to learn each other culture. You're expected to learn each other culture. Expected to learn everything about her. You learn things that she likes. You learn things that she doesn't like. The same with her. She learn a bit of you, what you like, and all those kind of things. You have to learn your character and everything. You understand? Or when it will become hard work, when you will say that, oh man, this relationship is hard. Now it becomes hard work. It's when you do what? When you expect her to treat you the same way your mother treats your dad or treats your father. As an African man, you met this white lady. Now you're expecting her to treat you the same way your mother treats your father. Okay? Remember, it's not an obligation. It's not an obligation. Why did I say that? So if she didn't behave in certain ways, then it will become a big problem in that relationship. For you as an African man, why you are taught that man or father or the man is what? The head of the family. It's the man that has to do what? To provide. It's the man that has to do much of the things in the house. So the woman has to be submissive to the man. Right. That's your upbringing. That's the way you are brought up. And you grow with that. Then you come into another man's country. This lady, we just use a white lady as an example. She has her own upbringing, the way she was brought up, and the culture where she grew. In her own culture, she believes that no one is the head of the family. that you both has equal right to everything in that relationship. You have equal right in everything in that relationship. As you can see, your own upbringing, your own culture, the way you brought up, and her own culture, the way she brought up. You can see that's what of the conflicts of cultural differences. So, but when there is no, how will I say, understanding between the two parties, when there is no compromise, if they didn't come together just to like talk to each other and then have the same understanding that they are working together as partnership on the same goal, that's when it becomes so hard. It's definitely going to be hard work. That's when the man will start complaining that it's too hard, it's hard work. It's really hard. This marriage or this relationship is really, really hard. That's one of the cultural differences. So when you're in that kind of relationship, what do? You learn. Give time to study the person you're with. Try to learn the person culture. If the person wants to learn your culture, then two of you come together to, one agreement. That's one of the things that can make relationship become hard. The line is open. I would like to hear from you. You have something to say, you have an opinion on what we're discussing this evening, call me. The number is on the screen. The number is on the screen. Call me. The second thing, or the second point I will highlight here, that I'll say that will make relationship hard. Now you maybe, if it's happening, you say that this relationship is so hard. It's hard work. It's what they call relationship options. It's going to be hard work when you have options open for you in your relationship. How do I mean? When you're in a relationship with someone and you still have a girlfriend or boyfriend by the side in case your current relationship breaks up, so that you will not have someone to, maybe you just have someone to fall on. You have a relationship, maybe you're married or you're in a long-term relationship, you're intermingling or you're cohabiting, what you cannot call it, but it's a long relationship. In that relationship, you have a girlfriend, or the girl or the woman has a boyfriend by the side. Someone the person might call, sometimes they call the kind of person is just a friend. Is just a friend. You refer to this person just a friend. But to you, it's an open option by the side. To the person, it's an open option. You have a backup. It's just called it like a backup plan in case this relationship fails. You have someone to fall on. Understand? It's just someone by the side. You chat, you talk to the person every time. It's when you ask you, it's just a friend of mine. It's a friend. It's a friend. Now this person is just a backup to your relationship. If you have someone like that, if you have a backup, or there's a backup, or there's an option open for you, the person that has that option definitely will not have 100% committed into that relationship, because there's always doubt. They will not give 110% or 100%. They will not give their full attention into that relationship, because the person is not fully committed to that relationship. And once it's like that, what happens? It becomes so hard because you're not committed to that relationship. You're not. You already have an option. You already open an option by the side that you know is that yes, It can happen at any time. If anything happens, you jump the ship because there's someone out there waiting for you. And this person might be just a friend of yours, as normally they refer to that person. Understand? Those kind of things do what? Makes the relationship hard. And once it's like that, what happens? Bring conflict into that relationship. And once it brings conflict, the relationship becomes what? It becomes so hard. That's when you see some people are saying, yeah, man, it's too hard. It's hard work. Relationship is really, really hard work. That's one of it. The line is open. I would like to hear from you. Let me know what you think about what we're discussing tonight. Call me. Okay. The third point I will highlight is lack of communication. Lack of communication. When you don't communicate with each other, that relationship will become hard work because you don't relate to each other. You don't share your dreams and goals. You can. How can you even know when you achieve anything in that relationship? How can you know when you achieve anything in that relationship? How can you know? If there's no communication, if you don't relate to each other, if you don't talk to each other, if you don't communicate, if you don't, share your dreams, if you don't share your thoughts, if you don't, if you have that plan that you have that can bring into that relationship, that make that relationship to be strong, or you don't know how to relate to that, your partner will relate to you, whoever you are in a relationship, don't think it works, because once there's no relationship, the bridge, that starts shaking. And once it starts shaking, that relationship starts shaking. And once the relationship starts shaking, what happens? It becomes hard work. And then you start complaining that, man, this relationship is too hard because there's no communication. There is no teamwork. There's no teamwork. We discussed yesterday, we said that a relationship is a partnership. When two people come together as partners, they have one goal and they work goes towards that goal. They plan towards the goal and everything. So if there's no teamwork, if there's no communication, if they don't communicate to each other, if they don't talk to each other, if they don't share their dreams, if they don't share their plans, what they want to do, what happens? That relationship tends to fail. That partnership tends to fail. It becomes hard work. Start complaining. It's too hard. It's too hard work. It's hard. It's hard because there's no communication. You don't relate to each other. You don't talk to each other. You don't share your dreams. You don't share your thoughts together. Each of you doing their own thing. It's not right. It brings division in that relationship. I'm expecting your call. Call me. I would like to hear what you have to say about this. Why is relationships hard? What do you think that makes relationships hard? In your own thought, in your own experience, in what you see around you. What do you think? What is it that you think that makes relationships hard? Like you say to yourself, relationships are hard. There must be something that will make you to say that. I would like you to call me and let me know what that is. Call me, let me know what is it. One of the points that I'll say as well that brings relationship into dispute, that makes relationships hard, you start saying that it's too hard. if you are in it for the bad reasons. If you are in that relationships for bad reasons, if you are in there for a bad reason, you didn't get into that relationship with all your heart. You didn't get into that relationships with love. You didn't get into that relationship with all of yourself. When you hop into a relationship for selfish gains, you hop in there for what? Selfish gains. You have your plans mapped out already, what you want to achieve in that relationship. You know why you are in that relationship. You know, it will definitely become hard work. Let's say that you're married to a man, or a man married to a woman for riches. You're in there for money. Okay, this guy is so rich, and you have the opportunity, you just have the privilege, you grab it, get in there because of the money, because it's not love. You don't love this guy, you just get in there because he's rich, you go flashy cars and everything, you want to enjoy that. Now you're in that relationship, you're frustrated, you're unhappy, you got the money, but you're miserable. Got the money, but you're miserable big time. You're not happy, you're frustrated, because you're not in there for what? Good reasons. You just jump in there before bad reasons. You get in there because of money. So now, when you are in that relationship, what do you think happens? You're not going to give your 110%. You're not going to even to give your all in that relationship. What happens? You start struggling. And once you start struggling because you're frustrated, you're not happy, you're miserable, it becomes pain. It becomes a burden. It becomes hard work. And it becomes very, very bad hard work. That's when you start complaining. It's too hard. This relationship is too hard. It's too hard because you're not happy, you're not feeling it. You cannot make it work. You can't even put your 110%. What I mean by 110% is that because you need to put more. If you study every day for your exams, you study for your work, you work so hard, like I said at the beginning, you work so hard for your promotion, you work so hard for your success work, you work so hard to get to where you are in your career. Yes, you work so hard. That means you need to work double in your relationship if you want it to work. If you want it not to become hard work, if you want it not to become problem, you have to work double because you are dealing with human being. You are dealing with human being. Your academics, it's gonna be different because you study. It's just reading books, doing some practical stuff and everything. But this one is human beings. You're dealing with human emotions. You're dealing with characters. You're dealing with feelings. You're dealing with most of the things that you cannot even touch. The only thing you can see sometimes is just facial expression. And on that, what happens? You need to work more harder to make it work. Line is open. Call me. I want to hear from you. I would like to know what you think that makes relationship become hard. When relationship become hard work. What makes relationship become hard work? What makes relationship become hard work? We already pointed out some things about lack of communication. You are in that relationship for bad reasons. culture differences. Culture differences. Pointing at that. We talk about relationship options as well. You know, relationship options. The line is open. Why you need to work a bit harder in your relationship for it not to become hard work for you. I use that phrase like for it not to become a problem, for it not to become a burden. You know, relationship is supposed to be, it's not supposed to be rosy all the time, but it needs to be fun sometimes. You need to enjoy yourselves in a relationship. Like what we discussed yesterday, how to set goals. Goals you have to set in your relationship in order for you to enjoy that relationship. That's what we discussed yesterday. It's part of it. What is it, those things you need to do in order for that your relationship not to become a burden, not to become a problem? There won't be any difficulties or conflict coming into a relationship. There's a lot of things you have to do. You need to communicate often, all the time. Communication is vital. I said it here, lack of communication is one of the biggest things that break down relationships. It makes relationships to do what? To become a burden, become problem, become hard work. Lack of communication. When you don't relate to each other, when you don't talk to each other, become hard work. You know, I remember those days when we were growing up, when we were in secondary school. Yeah. Those days that when you see, for example, you see a young girl, maybe that someone that you like. It's not like now you go to look for the person on Facebook or Instagram or those kind of things, start sending messages and all that. No. You have to summon courage, big time. You have to summon courage. Approach the lady. Sometimes she might be with her friends, maybe 3 of them going after school, they're going home. And you with your friends, you tell your friends, I like this lady, I would like to go after her. They will tell you not to go. Don't do that, because she's gonna do what? She's gonna put to shame, or she's gonna bring you down, something like that. For you summon courage. For you to walk. You check yourselves, check your shirt, check your shoes and all that. You ain't good. Then you go after the lady. Go after the girl. Then you have to do what? Start talking to her. Sometimes you go home, you write poems. You can look for a song, like Arukeli songs, your songs, those lyrics. You write them down in the paper. Compose the letter, compose a love song, and you're waiting for her, this lady, and you see her next time she's coming back from school. It might mind you that she already know that you're interested in her, right? She gonna be doing what? She knows when you're finishing school, even if they finish before you, what will she do? They're gonna hang around just to make sure that they see you coming. Immediately they see you coming, what will she do? She and her friends, they start walking fast, as if they weren't waiting for you to come out. Being a novice, as a young man, you don't know. There's no way you're gonna know that she was waiting for you. She already likes you, but she wants you to do what? For you to work for it. For you to do what? Work for it. Now you got the rhythms in your hands, you got the poems in your hands, you got a writer already in paper. You put it on the white envelope, sealed it properly. Then you're gonna walk to this girl. What happens? You give her the letter. She will not open the letter in front of you. She will go. When you're not there, they open the letter. She and her friends will be reading the letter. They're laughing, enjoying themselves, smiling. Some love, good words that you put in the letter. You know, you put in the letter some poems that you put down there. She got it. What happens? She got it. That's hard work. He works for it. Along the line, it takes you a couple of months or weeks. She becomes yours. She's your girlfriend. You start changing letters and all those kind of things. That's how it used to be those days. The same in your relationship. You met this lady the same way. You might meet her at work or meet her at church or whatever, maybe in club, wherever I met you. The same way. You approach the lady, ask her, you want a drink or something? She might give you the audience. You just start talking. From there, that's how we start. You start putting in work. Gradually, she becomes yours. Buy gifts. Buy a lot of flowers or some things, just chocolate things to make her feel relaxed. She knows that, yes, you are really interested in her. Those things. Along the line, you take her places, cinema, travel, go places together. Along the line, what happens? Maybe the relationship might lead to marriage or something. Now, you're married. With time, what happens? Everything starts dying down. You don't do those things anymore. You guys don't relate to each other the same way you used to do before. Because of what? Because you're getting complacent. You're becoming, how will I say, becoming lazy to that relationship. You're not really putting more work into that relationship. You're becoming, how will I say, you're becoming, you're relaxed. Now you're depending on what? Only love alone. The whole thing start fading away. Now, becoming hard work. Those kind of things, those are the things that you need to look into as well in a relationship. You have to rekindle that early love. Those things, early things that you started when you were in a relationship. For that relationship not to turn to a burden, not to turn to problem, not to become hard work. The line is open now. I'm still expecting your call. Call me. I'm just waiting for when ladies gonna start calling. I would like to hear from you. Lady, call me. Let me know what you think. Why is relationships hard? What do you think that makes it hard? What are the things that makes relationship to become hard work that you said is too hard? I'm off relationship these days. I don't have that time, man. It's too hard. What are the things that you think that makes it hard? I'd like you to let me know. What is it? Let me know what is it. What are those things that you think that makes relationship hard? These days, that social media is everywhere. Like I said, options. A lot of people have a lot of options now. A lot of options. For people that are single, if you're single, you have a lot of experience. You have options everywhere. You pick whatever you want to pick, you go when you want to go, and all that. Well, it takes sometimes if it goes to the wrong way, you might be confused, because when you really want to look for, maybe you need someone that's going to be with you for a long time, or you're looking for a serious relationship or a long-term relationship, might be confused a bit. Then it's going to become what? Hard work for you, because you might not know what you want. You don't know who to choose because you have a lot of them. Everyone likes you on Facebook. Everyone likes you on Instagram. Now it becomes hard work. You don't know. You don't trust anyone anymore. Understand? Yeah. What do you think makes relationship hard? I used to hear some people sometimes, maybe when our parents, sometimes when they talk, they normally refer to couples as friends. You see that their faces, if they stay together for a while, maybe they've been together for like a couple of years, then they start saying that they look alike. I don't know if you heard that before. They start saying that they look alike. They start, because now even when the man wants to talk, sometimes he doesn't even say anything. She already know what he want to say. When he turn to the couple, the wife or the partner, just look at her face. She already know what he wants to say, because they strive to become each other's best friend. They work on their relationship to the extent that they become each other's best friends. To the extent that they don't even need to communicate to each other. They just look at each other. They already know what they want to say. They already know what the other person is saying. Those are the ways you can make your relationship, work your relationship to that stage. I know that it's not that easy because of things that are, like I said to you, things are happening around this now, social media and everything. There's always distractions around. But when you meet the right person that really want to work with you as a partner, that really want to work with you to set a goal for your relationship, someone that really wants to work with you to make your relationship work, then both of you put in effort, you work towards that. It's fun. It's not that hard work. But when you don't communicate, when you don't relate to each other, that's when it becomes hard work. When you don't give each other that space sometimes to think, didn't give each other time to reflect on themselves. Sometimes it happens sometimes that you can give each other that. Work towards that to become best friends. The line is open. I would like you to call me. I want to know what you think. What do you think? Things that makes relationship hard. There are things that makes relationship hard. Mention a few of them. When we said about options, you see that a lot of people, they're in courtship, right? They're dating. They normally say that they keep their options open. Because they never know. The man or the lady will tend to disappoint them. So they keep their options open. In case he fails, in case he decide not to go along with the relationship, in case, they always have someone by the side. And when sometimes you carry it out in your own early relationships, then Because of that, you always have doubt, no trust. Then you take that into your marriage or into your partnership or into your cohabiting relationship, something like that. You always got to have options. You always have open options, because the person you're with, you don't trust the person. And because of that, what happens? You will not put your full attention in that relationship. The person you are dealing with will do what? The person will complain all the time, because that relationship will become hard. It will become hard, because once you are not fully committed to that relationship, it will affect the other person. It will affect the other person that you are in a relationship with. The person will complain that it's too hard. Understand? Then that's when you start saying that, yes, it's too hard. Relationship is too hard. Okay. It's too hard. It's too hard because the other person is having open options by the side. You're having options by the side. Things that they do. In case then they can jump. Those are the things that makes relationship work to become too hard. We made mention of communication. We said about communication, if you need to communicate to each other all the time. You need to communicate to each other all the time by your dreams and all that. Now, when you communicate and you express whatever is your dream, you brought a dream to the table, then what happens? You expect the other person to do what? To support you. You expect the other person to do what? Back you up in your dreams, to push you to your dreams. The same thing, vice versa. Support each other's dreams. Makes their relationship to be stronger. What brings that? Communication. Because you communicate and you express your dreams, your goals. You talk to each other about it. It makes that relationship to be strong. It will not become hard work. When one is offended, when one is angry, or when one, if there's a conflict in the relationship, just communicate to each other, because you always relate to each other. It'll be easier, maybe. Because the person offended will do open, say whatever is the problem. You discuss it, everybody move on. But when there's no communication, it's hard. You cannot become a magician to know what the other person is thinking. There's no way you're going to know that. You can't know what the other person is thinking. That's the reason why you need to communicate, talk. If you talk to each other, if you communicate to each other, express your desires, express your dreams, talk to the other person, then they will know in which way to help you, which way to back you. But if you don't do that, it's become hard. That relationship will become hard. Become so hard. What do you think? What do you think? Have you become bored already in your relationship? You become bored already. It's too boring. It's too boring. There's no spark. There's nothing there to look forward to. There's nothing there to, there's nothing there to talk about. It's not fun. It becomes so boring. Things that you guys normally do, don't do it anymore. It's not nothing. What do you expect? Become hard work. Become hard work. Become hard work. So you need to do something about it. Do something about it. Do something about it. Go out, have some fun. Can go out. Maybe if you think that yes, you don't really have time to go out for yourself or something, talk about it, discuss about it, find ways to do that. If you want that relationship to be healthy or to grow in that relationship, because relationships are not that too hard if there's communication, if you guys talk to each other. I've been pointing and highlighting on communication because I think it's one of the vital things in any even every area of life. Communication. That's why I'm putting all my emphasis on communication. If you communicate, if you talk, if you are open to each other, that's when you start working on your relationship. When you talk, through talking to each other, you can have your own kind of games that you play together. Through talking to each other, you know each other better. Know each other better. Through talking, through communication, you know more about the person you are with. Through communication, you know more about your partner. Through communication, you know what they like and what they don't like. You know those things that you do that offend them all the time. Through communication. But if you don't communicate or she don't communicate to you, there's no way you're gonna know that. That's the reason why you need to communicate. You need to communicate regularly, on a daily basis. You need to talk to each other, communicate to each other, relate to each other, to come up with whatever you do. You support each other in whatever they want to do. It's through communication. You know their dreams. It's through communication. You know what they want to try. If there are new things that they want to try, you know what to try. Same thing. You can even talk about sex and everything. It's through communication. If you don't do that, there's no way you're gonna know. It's through communication. That's what I'm emphasizing on communication. You need to communicate to each other often, more. Talk to each other. If you really want that relationship to work, you want that relationship to be healthy, talk to each other. Talk to each other. Those are the things that look into, and then you see that if you do most of these things, if you avoid most of the things we discussed this morning, it will help. It will help in your relationship. It will help. It will make the relationship not to become too hard. No. But mind you, not just because you have to put in work into your relationship, does not mean that relationship will not be hard work. Not because that you try your best to communicate, you try your best to put vibes, put spark into your relationship. You try your best to take her out. You try your best to take him out, to go to cinema or go to club, go out, just have some fun. You try your best to make that relationship work. You try to communicate to each other. You try to, you put in a lot of work into that relationship. Why the other person might not do what? Reciprocate. You've done every other stuff. You learn to talk things over. You try to do that. You do your best. Try every possible means just to make that relationship not to become hard, for the relationship to work. I just want you to know that there are people that you cannot please. There are people out there that you cannot please. They have, they carry a lot of baggage around them. They carry a lot of baggage around. They pack all of their previous relationships, the problems they have in their previous relationships, people they meet around, they pack all of their baggages, they pack all everything and carry them in their shoulders, come around. Those kind of people, you cannot please them. You can never do anything to make them feel okay. You can't please them. They are just looking for someone to dump those baggage. Some people, they can call those kind of people narcissist or whatever. You call them toxic people, whatever you want to call. There's nothing you can do to please those kind of people. Now, when you're in a relationship with those kind of person, when you meet those kind of people, you can say to yourself, I've done everything. You try your best to make that relationship work, but they are not. You can't make them happy. You cannot do the stuff. Don't blame yourself for that, because it's not your fault. There are people that are like that. That is their nature. They are just narcissistic in nature. They will blame you for their own mistake. They will blame you for your own mistake. They will blame you for other people's mistakes. They make everything too hard. That is not your fault. There are people like that. So you shouldn't blame yourself for that. So if you meet this kind of people along the way, you shouldn't worry about that. There are only two options for you. You either want to stick in there and wait for them to change, or you get the hell out, or you must move on. Take your life. Look for options. That is it. So that's what we're discussing this evening. Why is relationships hard? We pointed out a lot of things. Lack of communication. You are in that relationship for bad reasons. You have relationship options. Culture differences. These are the things we discussed about. And if you're with us till this time, I think it's 7:54. I want to say thank you for staying with us till this time. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you have not done that, and click on the notification so you'll be notified whenever we put out a new video or a new topic that we want to discuss. Also follow us on Facebook, Wano on Facebook, and Wano_ on Twitter. We're coming to the end of our session this evening, and I would like to say thank you and we're blessed. And I'll see you tomorrow, same time, 7 p.m. UK time. God bless.